do this way because while I'm running.
A key. What could it be for?
The shack.
Garden shed? Carl couldn't reach it with his arm alone, but he had more than a few tricks up his sleeve to pick it up.
Ooh, without more sprayers. Hardwire. Ooh, a hammer. Okay. This chainsaw did not work. Empty gas station. Awesome. Going on a ride, here we go again. Oh. Loading, loading, loading. Let's stop. Oh. Yeah. You're trying. Ooh, a key. One, two.
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop. There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick.
Fire. locked door wasn't enough. Check to the wire.
For the one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go.
In here. Nothing.
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable
My
walls,
nightmare
patients
true.
probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
Nothing in here. The potato. Green box. And
The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse.
oh,
Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border?
in the store and school, I tried that. They that the history was big and flat.
A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
From
Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling, but back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine.
I never did catch her name. The men call her Laura. She had a neck wound. There was much blood. The bullets had done a lot of damage, probably hitting the cerebral. It was hopeless. She had cardiac arrest. The men had found her like this, they say. I doubt, but in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. This whole thing sick me. Okay? No medical explanation, however, I can explain why Orwell is still alive. As we in the trade say, the only way to cure him is to kill him. Oh God. Isabel Bella. All her systems point to the same root cause. She is pregnant, she's abused, she's dying. I'm hoping I'm willing to bet her husband is not the father. Let's just hope it's not everything. Lockhart, though, or she would have an independent child, a simple end on her hands.
There was no doubt that the doctor and Hamilton knew each other very well.
I will. Interesting. What's this?
A communist manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Faubert's specialty.
The history of all Hitler to exist Society is history of class origin, free-man, slave, packaging, redemption, low self, gift master, and journeyman in the world. Oppressor, fish, Kona, fighting right each time. In earlier approach of history, we find most of everywhere besides interesting.
Someone had lost a few liters of blood here.
Yep.
Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead.
A lock when the locked door isn't. Please use the other one. No. Ooh. Fine.
Carl felt like he knew the doctor now. His belongings had spoken lengths about him. But what Carl had heard worried him.
Oh. What's going on over here? Ooh. Where am I? Cool. Okay, I can go to Berlin.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Oh, what's this? The House of Fiction.
With a homemade shooting range such as this, it wasn't hard to imagine a stray bullet ending its course inside the flesh of an unsuspecting passerby. Granted, Carl thought, there wasn't much in the way of passersby around here.
Right.
The place looked more like a pigsty than a house. A heavy stench of curdled milk, cheap alcohol, and boiled cauliflower filled the air. Rock music invaded the minds of men even in the remotest of places.
True.
The man didn't own a turntable, though, so there's that going for him.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what is going on over here? Ooh, what's this?
Back then, in Africa and
These
elsewhere,
will
people
happen
were ready
by
to take up
force,
arms to
not
stand against the
you.
yoke of English imperialism. In Montreal, mailboxes were blown up, abductions were carried out, and violent manifestos were distributed to media outlets. But around here, in the great northernmost, all a man could do is curse out loud against a faraway evil and pray for the revolution to arise.
Mm-hmm.
That man, by any reckoning, was from that very stock.
What's this? Nothing. Done whacked it properly.
You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death. Carl knew right away that the owner of this place wasn't a copper collector. No, this was a junkman's base of operations. The guy definitely seemed like quite the expert in scavenging scrap metal, with or without permission, surely.
Mm-hmm.
In the right hands, red metal could sell like hotcakes. The rag reeked of fermented vomit.
Oh,
Carl wondered how one could bear to live in such gross and horrid conditions.
true. What's this?
Carl figured this recipe wasn't meant to yield a
Wait.
refined nectar.
And cherry wine. Acne.
Deja Blouin. Seems like that pig had a name after all.
True. Okay, where am I? I am at the valley, so let's go to the end. What's this?
Carl noted that a distillery like this could be useful. In what way? That remained to be seen.
I need to go this way. Going over. Ooh, what's this? Hmm. Almost there. Number glass. Ooh, what's this?
Sometimes, and especially around here, people are so possessive with their land, as a dog is with hydrants.
Letter of Dear Mr. Lemon, here is the sparks plug you ordered for your Olympic ski do. This model has been very popular, have made it difficult to find brand new parts as quickly and as usual. Thank you for choosing the drug potter and Phil and reading.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Yeah, break that lock. Ooh.
Well, this truck's not going anywhere. Where were the amputated parts? Carl grinned as he pictured a Frankenstein-esque car lying around somewhere made of parts from a dozen different vehicles. Nice carillon. They say it's supposed to soothe the soul. But with this powerful gale that seemingly never sleeps, it was far more likely to get on anyone's nerves. Carl deducted this was a map of the area. Were those pins pointing to places of interest?
Maybe.
Roswell, Atamipek,
Dear Mr.
same story. Large deserts conducive to extravagant follies.
Okay, Mary, can I have my voice? Dear Mr. Langdon, we follow up on your complaint. I'm afraid that the police cannot support your claim legible the sudden appearing of a man who came from outer space on your village territory. Manifested what happened at Roswell is New Mexico left deeply impressed on you, and we would urge you to consult with a physician as soon as possible. Regard the future potential complaint. Let it be known that the Justice Secretary of Alabama does not believe in little green men. Regard appeal that the clerk about to do. Okay. Ooh, what's that? Magnificent superstition. This edition had too many parts. Taking another puzzle apart is easy, but putting it back together is another story. I patched everything up, but the tracks, I left them close by. Ski. Don't drink and work. Don't drink and work. Don't drink and work on misplaced part of the machine. Gene came me work on the machine yesterday. For the most part, he helped me chug my bottles down to the last drop. I think we tried to ski or something. Bad idea. Still haven't found that one ski I lost in process. Body. That would make a nice bench chair pad. I just need to get all of the parts to reassemble it. Like 63. This lamp is pretty well made, suitable for even a hard stretch of winter. I think I'll place it on top of my secret hologram in my garage. Space had got to be pitch black and damn cold after all. Still, I am not going to read all of these, but I'm going to. It is quite interesting. Get a spot frog. I gotta find the key.
Weird stuff. Kind of a crossing between a colander and a hairdryer. What was it for? To play telepath? To protect against nuclear waves?
Hearing a sign.
The milk was sorted by color, from the whitest to the greenest, or in other words, from the freshest to the sourest. Perhaps someone was expecting an important call. In any case, that person's in for a long wait. Carl already noticed that telephone services weren't provided in this area.
Who has one?
Another worrisome victim of this ice. This one seemingly petrified in action. The poor man, before being frozen solid, seemed to have been defending the entrance to his cabin. But from what? Something very important must have been in there for the man to take such time and effort to hide it. but Carl didn't know how to reach it.
A little man. Action.
To all appearances, Carl concluded, the owner of the place had moved more essentials from his house inside the garage. Peculiar man indeed. It was an indisputable fact that machines like this entailed a level of intellectual finesse that Carl was lacking. The week of October 5th, thought Carl. That was this week. The plug should have been here by now. The very first steps of man on the moon were made more than a year ago. The event had surely captivated the mechanic's mind for him to still keep this around.
True. Trust, understand.
Carl hadn't lived up to his good finder reputation. He still hadn't found any of the wealth contained in Lamotte's lands. Sheets of metal everywhere. Was Carl out of touch with current home improvement trends? Or perhaps this was meant to protect against residual radiation? Gamma rays?
Oh, I can. I'm feeling a brave.
Carl had no idea how to interpret a message like that. On the surface, it seemed like he had one half too many of this puzzle. Enough to know he shouldn't take this testimony as gospel.
Right.
The entire thing, being some punishment for a murder committed by Hamilton, seemed like an outlandish theory. Carl was doubtful.
I saw something in the bird on the solemn day of October 16, 1970. 1970. No man should ever see. Aliens are here. They are roaming in our woods. They will evade us of all, from here down to the sunny Mexico. They are massive, twice as tall as a man. They are half man, half carnivore, half wolf. I am sure the fact that I saw them mean they broke their military code. They are after me. If you read this too late, I already been taken to the planet mode to be skimming upon in the lab. They are punishing me for not doing anything. When I wished in that murder yesterday, when I saw William Hamilton kill someone, farewell. Ooh, what's that?
Carl still wasn't done with the mechanic's place.
Nope. Nice. Nothing.
If some daring person could manage to get their hands on the missing parts, Carl was willing to bet that the craft would have taken flight.
Maybe. When I think that will be enough for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!